76-goal regular season, but as Jets coach John Paddock himself has said, if Selanne's line gets only 3 shots a game, this is going to be a short series. Burry at least set up a couple of goals in Game 1. Prior to the series start, the Canucks were cast in the role of favorites, and why not, having beaten the Jets in 6 of 7 regular season games. So you might say Game 1 followed the form chart, and Game 2 will as well if the Jets can't get Teemu Selanne and his line mate.
The Smythe Division Semifinal between the host Vancouver Canucks tonight and the Winnipeg Jets. Bob Essensa will appear in his 69th game for the Winnipeg Jets. His record against the Vancouver Canucks this season, including the opening playoff, 1-5. Kirk McLean making his 56th appearance. He now sports a 5-1 record versus the Winnipeg Jets, including the opening night victory. Dan Marawelli is the referee. Leon Stickle and Pat DeFuso are the linesmen, and game number 2 is underway. Jyrki Lumme, long lead pass to Cordell. Cordell shot, and an early test for Bob Essensa.
And a good chance for the Vancouver Canucks right away. Jyrki Lumme, who played very well in Game 1, set up Jeff Courtnall in behind the defense. A good crisp pass, tape to tape, and Courtnall with a good chance on Bob Essensa. The Jets forward lines, a couple of little changes in the forward line. Look at Zhamnov and Selanne, and instead of Keith Tkachuk on that line, it's Darren Shannon. And Mike Eagles is in tonight. We have John Druce there, but Druce is out, and Mike Eagles is in tonight, and that will help the Jets defense. They've changed those around. Ulanov and Boughton played together in Game 1, and that won't happen here in Game 2. Jets scratches, Randy Carlyle out again. Lawler, John Druce is the big change for Mike Eagles.
First period just underway. Game 2 here at the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver. Canucks in control in the Jets zone. Now Igor Ulanov with a long lead pass down the right side. Pass in front, and Tkachuk got a stick on it, but not enough to do any damage. Steen backhands it in. Canucks clear to the center ice area. This is Dana Merzen for Vancouver. Passes up the left side, finds Greg Adam back into the Canucks zone. Jyrki Lumme. Greg Adams fires it into the corner, gets a good rebound to Pavel Bure. Murray Craven pass in front, shot just wide. Bure was cruising in front, couldn't get a stick on it. And the Jets fire it down the ice, and we get the first whistle of the opening period. Icing against the Winnipeg Jets.
And Robert Dirk and Ty Domi have words. John Paddock tried to match the Domi line against Sandlak and Momesso in Game 1. And Pat Quinn, who didn't do a lot of line matching throughout the regular season, matched lines, and he used a Hunter Semenov and Volk line. The Canuck line's exactly the same as they were in Game 1. Why not stick with a winner? Hunter Semenov and Volk checked the Selanne line and did a very good job, and the defense stays the same. Pat Quinn tried to use Babic and Didick every time the Selanne line was on the ice, and that worked very well. Same scratches for the Vancouver Canucks, and Gino Ojic antsy to get back in. Mike Eagles is a big inspirational leader and a good face-off man for the Winnipeg Jets. He's back in the lineup, playing with a sore back. Said the pain has lessened, and that's why he's playing tonight.
Jets win the face-off. Scoop behind the net by Boughton. Selanne overskates it. Canucks keep it in the Jets zone. Fired behind the net. Gary Vaught. Semenov picks it up, fires in front. The shot is wide from Tim Hunter. Pass in front. Nobody was there for Vancouver. Cleared by the Winnipeg Jets.
And much like Game 1, this checking line for the Canucks had the better scoring chances in Game 1, and they get the best scoring chance early in the game against the Jets' big line.
Another icing call against Winnipeg. 18-19. Canucks have now got the line of Peter Nedved at center with Sandlak and Momesso on the wings. Winnipeg captain Dean Kennedy goes back to pick it up for the Jets. Didick ahead to Sandlak, playing with a very tender right hand. Nedved tip that forward. Essensa comes out to play it. Olofsson backhands it to Tkachuk, ahead to Thomas Steen. fires it in. Momesso ahead to Sandlak, who finds Nedved. Nedved, backhand pass, shot! Oh, and that was close for the Winnipeg Jets. Pass in front, cleared. Nedved backhands it in. Lume pinching in, gets into the play, shoots! Essensa with the save. Borsato just flips it up, relieves the pressure as the Winnipeg Jets change on the fly. This is Jyrki Lume. Dumps it in. Ulanov off the glass. And he takes a hit after that from Trevor Linden. That's what the fans are warming up to, the way the Canucks have been using the body in the opening minutes of this first period.
Trevor Linden had a big hit at the start of game one on Teppo Numminen. Took a penalty for it, but it really did help the Canucks get involved in the game.
And then Courtnall takes a hit from Ulanov. Pass in front. And running, unable to direct the shot at Essensa. Takes a funny bounce off the glass. This is Trevor Linden. Had one of the goals for the Canucks in the opener. Courtnall with the shot. And Essensa had that one labeled.
At Joe Louis in Detroit, the Wings cruising on a 5-2 lead over Toronto with a minute and a half to go. Watch Dallas Drake, number 28, go to the net and take the centering pass and snap it by Felix Potvin. Kozlov and Kennedy with the assists. Wings win 6-2, and now they have a 2-0 series lead.
Scott here at the Pacific Coliseum. The Canucks and Jets are now playing 4-on-4. Ulanov is in the penalty box for Winnipeg. Jeff Courtnall for the Vancouver Canucks.
And both get roughing penalties. Jeff Courtnall went right at Ulanov, tried to draw a penalty, but took one himself, and Ulanov responded, and he went off for the Jets.
Sergei Boughton plays it off the boards to Housley. Jamov. Solani. One shot in the opener. There's a shot. The first on Kirk McLean from Boughton. Well out. An easy one for the Canuck Golders.
Los Angeles in game 2. Good control here by the Flames. McGinnis to Roberts, who spots Joel Otto. And Otto beats Kelly Rudy. So Calgary and LA tied at 1 now on Otto's first of the playoffs, 5 minutes into the second period.
Almost a must-win for the Calgary Flames after losing the opener at home, headed to Los Angeles. They can't afford to be down 2-0.
1:28 remaining in the penalties to Courtnall and Ulanov. Teemu Solani plays it back to Teppo Numminen. Fellow Finn. Jamnov takes a hit from Didick. This is Dave Babbage, the playoff veteran in the Canuck lineup. Jamov tied up at the line, gets it to Solani. Solani tries the fake, doesn't work. Didick not buying. Solani fires it behind the net. Comes out in front, and McLean forced to play. Gary Ball.
And in forechecking on that play, Phil Housley almost stole it from Gary Ball.
Less than 40 seconds remaining into the penalties now. This is Thomas Steen for the Jets at the Canucks blue line. Broken up there neatly by Jyrki Lume. Steen backhands it behind. Lume. This is Murray Craven. Pavel Bure. Dana Merzen tried to leave it for Lume. The pass backfired. McLean again forced to play it. Stu Barnes got a stick on it, but he couldn't direct it. Barnes in excellent position, but he just couldn't do anything with it. It was about waist high. Jyrki Lume being bothered by Stu Barnes. Barnes wins that check. Good play by Barnes. John Paddock said he wanted more skating from his team. He's getting it tonight. Ty Domi. For Barnes. Loses it. Jyrki Lume comes up with it. Tries to backhand it. Gets it to Pavel Bure. Bure ahead to Murray Craven. Back to Bure. Big shot. Goes off the stick of Dean Kennedy, the Jets captain. 13:47 to play, opening period. Still no score. Game 2 of the Smythe Division Semifinal. Olofsson in his own zone. Plays it off the glass. Trevor Linden to Courtnall. He couldn't control it. And then Domi just fires it down the ice. Doug Lidstrom behind his own goal. Starts a four-man rush. Plays it to Trevor Linden on the right. Linden goes over the left side and loses control. And again, the Jets able to clear. McLean plays it for Cliff Ronning. Ronning takes a hit. Solani has it. Passes in front. Shot. That one off the side of the net. Aaron Shannon able to get good wood on it.
John Paddock shuffling up his lines and shuffling up the order of his rotation. This time he's got Solani's line out against the Ronning line. But the Canucks quickly change and get the Semenov line, their checking line, back out against Solani.
This is Shannon. Fires it into the corner. Took a hit from Diddick. This game a little bit more physical than the opener. We expected that. Now off the play, we've got Solani mixed up with Tim Hunter. Solani has lost his helmet. There you can see Solani without the helmet. Babbage. Pass intercepted. Dumped in by Tepeluminen.
Solani doesn't shy away from the rough going. Tim Hunter had him all tied up, and then Dave Babbage hit him, and now the Canucks are going to get a penalty.
12:02 to play, a scoreless tie here at the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver.
Dave Babbage gets a hooking penalty at 7:58, and a lot of it had to do with the treatment of Teemu Solani the shift before. Look at Tim Hunter, takes Solani down, and then takes his helmet off, makes sure, tries to pin him on the ice, and you knew that Dan Maruelli was looking for something against Vancouver after that, and Babbage got a hooking penalty on a much more questionable call than that one.
And Thomas Steen was set at his power play for the Winnipeg Jets. Back to the point, Phil Housley plays it to Davidoff. Olofsson back to Housley. Shot blocked by Lumet. Greg Adams plays it to Lumet. Back to Adams, couldn't get the pass away, gets the shot away, and it was over the shoulder and the net. This is Davidoff. Plays it back to Housley. 1:30 remaining in the penalty to Babbage. Shot from well out. Off the glass and then off the net. Took a strange bounce. Confused McLean there for a second. Canucks able to clear.
The Jets are not a team that like to shoot it in on the power play. They're a control team, as most European teams are. There, Housley shot it in with nobody skating.
Housley lays it out for Olofsson. Olofsson goes deep, fires it off the boards. Chuck in there, can't get to it. And again, the Canucks able to clear. The specialty team of the Vancouver Canucks, the penalty killers, doing the job. Gary Vaughn. Back to Dirk. Vaughn again. Fires it in. Housley starts the rush for the Jets. 43 seconds remaining in the penalty. Kachuk. Back to Olofsson. Solani lets it go to Kachuk around the boards. Intercepted. And the clearance hit Vaughn, but he comes up with it, but he's unable to clear it. Shamnoff for the Jets. Shoot, save, McLean. And then Vaughn finds an open spot and fires it down the length of the ice. Essensa forced to make the save.
Even though they coughed the puck up in their own zone, the Canucks forced Shamnoff to a bad angle, and Kurt McLean, good stand-up goalie, cut down that angle and made the save look easy.
10-10 to play, opening period, still looking for the first goal.
Here's Doug Lister trying to clear the zone. It hits Gary Volk, and then Volk has control here and can't get it out. He's caught from behind by Solani. It goes over to Shamnoff, but then the Canucks recover. And they did a good job keeping Shamnoff at the side. Look at where he has to shoot this puck from. Inside the faceoff dot. Look at McLean. No angle at all. Made the save look easy.
And now the faceoff comes from just outside the blue line. Stu Barnes working against Murray Craven. Barnes has been impressive in this opening period. Wins the draw. Igor Ulanov shoots it in. front to Jurke Lume. Teams at even strength now. Adams chasing after it with Ulanov, and it's touched by Ulanov. Now down to Scott Oak, and an update from the Saddle Dome.
Steve, at the Saddle Dome, this is more of what Flames fans expected. Watch as Trent Yanni takes the shot. He didn't score a goal this season until the 84th game. Now he has 2 in the playoffs, as Rudy couldn't stop that one. 2-1 Calgary, 8 minutes into the second period.
And you see Daryl Sador skating through Kelly Rudy's sight lines on that one. Sador was very good in game 1, and that young defense on the LA Kings team carried them in the first month of the season, then let down, and then came on again at the end of the season, and was a big reason the Kings finished with such a flurry. Fixing the ice here, and we'll look at the Winnipeg Jets in game 2. Have not done very well, and you can see that 1-8 road record. And I don't think this edition of the Jets cares that much. There's so many rookies involved in this Jet team, and all the stats from the past, you look at Teemu Selanne and Jamnov and players who have just come over. This is their first NHL playoff experience at all. They don't care about the past stats.
Face-off to the right of Kirk McLean in the Vancouver zone. Stu Barnes working against Peter Nedved. The Canucks have got the line of Sandlak, Momesso, and Nedved out there. Shot from Ulanov right on the target, and McLean has to go down and make the save with the pass.
And you could tell he didn't see that one just by his reaction. It was a screenshot right from the faceoff, and Kirk McLean just gets the body down, makes the save, and controls the rebound. Look at this shot through the screen, and McLean doesn't see it at all. Takes it off the logo, looks in his glove. Yeah, I got it. Let's try again.
Kirk McLean faced 22 shots in the Canucks' opening victory here the other night. Again, it's Nedved working against Stu Barnes, and again Barnes wins it. Ulanov with the shot. That time it went off his own player, Ty Domi. Dana Mercer at the Jets' blue line. Backhands it in. Essensa turns it aside. Momesso finds Lume. Lume back into the corner to Momesso. Oh, and a tricky play there that Essensa had to be sharp with. This is Chris King, one of the Jets' goals in the opener. I don't know that even the Canucks would have known about that bounce. That's one of those 1 in 100,000.
Well, some of the buildings you never go to the net. Los Angeles is famous for bad hops, so goaltenders on both teams, you just stay there and hope that it doesn't come right in front.
Face off to the left of Kirk McLean in the Canucks zone. Still looking for the first goal. 9:11 remaining to play, opening period. Linden ahead to Courtnall. Courtnall finds, that is Courtnall with the shot after taking the pass from Morani. Dean Kennedy working against Courtnall. This is Ronnie turning, trying to get something going in the Jets zone. This is Lidster. His shot. Essensa got the glove on it. Big save by Bob Essensa. Still looking for the first goal here at the Pacific Coliseum in game 2. 8:47 to play, opening period here at the Pacific Coliseum in Vancouver. Game 2 of the Smythe Division Semifinals. Steve Armitage along with John Garrett in the booth. Scott Oak down in the intermission studio. The face-off to the left of Bob Essensa in the Jets zone. That's cleared by Sergei Boughton all the way down the ice, and Didick forced to go back and touch it. Plays it to Babbage. Up to Jeff Courtnall. Courtnall just flips it in. Linden giving chase against Tkachuk. There's a couple of heavyweights. There's a shot! They score! Clip running!
And you can see Cliff Ronning congratulating Trevor Linden. The turnover is created by Trevor Linden in behind the net.